Welcome friends, it is I, your Scarf, and it's time for the Sunday vlog, and in the background will be an Uller arena. As you know, I did two Conquest arenas, two Uller Conquests, because I just did not like Uller in arena. Tuesday, you're going to see an Uller do amazing in arena. I'm not going to be Uller, someone else will be, and yeah, he did great. I still don't like Uller in arena, I just don't, but other people can do it pretty well. The majority of the Ullers I've seen in arena and Conquest have just fed horribly, so I don't know. I think in the right hands, Uller's great, but in most hands, he has not proven to be so awesome as far as I can see. But I think on paper, he couldn't do some stuff. He has so much versatility to him that he can do a lot, but he doesn't have the raw power. So what happens is, you just have to be able to just know your engagements and know what you're doing, and you can get a lot of kills with him. But if you get caught out of position with him, even though you have so many toys to get you back into position, you can get killed because you'll just run out of mana eventually, or just because of your lack of a very good sustain. People are telling me you can jungle with him and do solo with him because of his sustain, and I can just think of so many ways I could break that. I just know how I could counter jungle that guy. I know how I can break him in the solo lane because there's just superior soloists to anything that isn't a mage. Usually loses that if you know what you're doing. If you play with the right counter build, a mage wins every time against a warrior in the solo lane. That's just how it is. Shock can't hold up to it. Tyr can't hold up to it. If you still do Sun or Guan or Baka, they still can't hold up to it. They just can't. I've done it. I've broken so many warriors so many times with Ra and just Chung. And just mages just own that spot now because of what they did to Teleport and also to Hog, which is now, what is it? Rog and Wog. So, Rog, Wog, and Fog. So I just see mages as that spot. You can still do well with the warrior there, but when a mage knows what they're doing, you just get picked apart, and that's just what happens there. So I see Uller more as an ADC than anything else. You can jungle him because you can jungle anything. That's just the case of it all. You can jungle anything, but then I don't know. You can do anything in any role in sort of way. Like if you have the right teammates. This is something I learned. I'm gonna talk about this. So Monday's going to be a Bacchus arena, and it's an amazing Bacchus arena. Haven't played him in months, and did pretty well after not playing him for months. And then Tuesday's going to be an arena Alquang. We did two conquests, so we did two arenas. And for Alquang, I first tried to do a triple decker, in that I bought all three stack items, Book of Thoth, Doom Orb, and Warlock Sash, just to see how well that would work out. And what happened is I did a lot of damage. I did a crap ton of damage. And of course I was clearing the minion line, so we never had to worry about the minions. But we were losing matches anyway. And I'd look at the numbers and I had the most damage every time. I'm like, well, what the hell? What's going on with this? And the thing is it has a lot of damage, but it doesn't have a lot of utility to it in that you're kind of you're a tank. Basically, when you go triple stack, you're a tank because you got to buy those three items first and you're not getting boots. So you're really slow, but you have a crap ton of power. If your enemies get in range, you own them horribly. But because you're so squishy at the same time, they can kill you as quickly as you can kill them, and because you're not so fast, they can just get out of your range very easily. So it has a lot of power, but you need teammates to be able to bring it together, and I had a match like that where I brought in a bunch of the Scarf guys, and they got like Ares and Hades and all that, and we're pulling them around into my big damaging tornadoes and ults, and yeah, we won by 300 tickets. Like, you just freaking wreck with this thing. But because you don't have much speed, you don't have any slows because no gem by isolation, you don't have a lot of toys to go with all that power for Alquang with triple stack, it just doesn't actually work unless you have a team around you that does it. So I had to bring in a team to do it. Doing it in a solo queue did not work. And that's just too bad there, but that's just really how it is there's a lot of fun ideas out there that can work with a team that won't work in a solo queue because you need to coordinate to make it happen. And this is something I'm finally realizing is, and I've been, not innately, but in the back of my mind trying to do that when I do things is, when I do crazy experimental stuff and it works the first try, I'm like, well, damn, okay. But if I don't get the first try, I do it a couple times and I'll talk about how it finally worked this time, but why it worked and why it wouldn't work and stuff like that. I try to do that sometimes. We see that, like when I went Jungle Geb and when I do like just things that you don't think would be the right one for them. And what it comes down to is when you have a team that is just great, it doesn't matter what you do, you will win with your crazy ass idea, as long as you're not feeding. I've won with Jungle Hades because of an amazing team. I've won with the Jungle Ares because of an amazing team. The other team was salty as hell. There was not enough salt in the ocean for that salt after that Jungle Ares win. There was not enough. It was amazing. I have won with the most ridiculous things. And that's because I had amazing teammates. It wasn't because of me. Like, I was able to pull some interesting things off, but it required teammates to make it actually work. And that's the realization I have is when you have a team that knows what they're doing, anything is possible, pretty much. You can make any crazy thing work, and it can be misleading in that if you put that in a video. So I'm trying to think of how can I do that differently. Because, yeah, I can do a jungle Hades and win with that as a fluke if I have the right teammates with me. And then I go, okay, well, that happened. And now I got video proof of it, but that doesn't mean that's the way you should always play it. It's a way you can win if you have the right team for it, but that's not the way you should play Hades for sure. Hades is a great mid, he's a great solo, and he can be an okay Guardian. If you have a good teammate with him, he can be a destructive Guardian. As you saw in the Uller match on Friday, Hades was amazingly useful. He rotated. He was perfection in rotation. That was a great Hades and Friday's Uller match. That was amazing. That's how you play Hades as a support. That was just great. That really was. And that's the thing. There should be versatility to all your gods. There should be more than one role you can do with them. But for Uller, I feel like he's majorly an ADC. And I don't see solo and jungle in him. It's doable. I've seen it. But I can also see how I can break it. I see how I can break so many other things. Like, overall, just thinking the pros and cons of it, I don't think jungle Uller works. That's how I feel about it. Because, like, you play after playing like a freaking year, you can see all the factors that come into something. You just go, okay, this will work, this won't. These guys have superior clear, these guys don't. Superior ganks in this way or that way. Like, there's things about it that will work, there's things that won't work, there's things that are just a given. Anyone can jungle, it's just how well they can jungle. Overall is the question in this game because of just the way Hand of the Gods works now and rotations and all that stuff. A team with you just makes it great, I guess. That's really what I'm saying. Wednesday's game, we still don't have it yet. I'm actually surprised not a lot of people saw the Bastet game. That game was amazing. That Bastet one from last Wednesday was an amazing game. A lot of back and forth. It was 50 minutes because of just the great plays on both sides. But nobody watched it. It was just too bad. Maybe people don't care for my post comms. I don't know. I don't have Wednesday's game yet. I've been doing ranked and I've lost like 5 in a row. And they're not even good losses. They're just ugly. They're just really, really ugly losses. Like, they're not very entertaining. It's just been someone was AFK for like the first 10 minutes or somebody just raged the entire match and just the team's just getting type killed because we're spending too much time talking to that guy raging. And just, I haven't had any good matches this week. I had a great one on Wednesday. Not Wednesday. On Tuesday. I did not know when a new patch comes out, it wipes the replay. So I had a great match on Tuesday and like, yeah, this looks good. I'll post-com that. It was a really good one. Good back and forth. But then, nope. No, apparently patches delete the replays for the previous patch. I'm like, darn it. So I'm trying to get a really good-looking loss or just a good-looking, or just winning. If I win, then of course I know what I did right for that and whatever. But, or a good-looking loss. You don't want a crappy loss because no one cares to watch that. The way you put it is, you want a match that looks good, I guess. And I don't know. I'm not even wording that correctly at all, am I? We see me do runovers. Those are fun because of my energy in them. Like, my energy makes that a fun one. But if I'm getting hit with a runover, of course, I'm not very fun with it unless once in a while I can be fun while losing. But I need to do better on that. But I don't know. When it comes to the post-coms, though, I should be able to... I'm, of course, looking at this thing. I'm supposed to be playing this neutral as if I was not in the match. And I don't know. When I'm in ranked, I'm more critical, and I guess they just don't look very fun to me and very interesting. And I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking them and something, but maybe we won't do a post-com this Wednesday. Maybe it'll be a Conquest or a Assault, because we haven't done Assault in the main in a while. I don't know. We'll see if I can get a rank today or tomorrow, and then if I don't, then we'll do Assault. Or just a Conquest. We have a big secret project we've been working on. As you people have seen, we've been working on Machinima. We're at like hour 50 or 60 at this point on the Machinima, and it's looking great. I'm really proud of what's been made with it, and it just looks awesome, and I can't wait for it to get released. We're not done with it yet, though. We're still working on it, but it just looks amazing as what it is right now, and I am so happy with it. The big secret project I've been talking about since last year is finally coming in April. Okay, we're done talking about smartness, everything in general. Big project coming out in April. So there's that. We have this Machinima project for Smite that's coming out soon. Before April, hopefully. We're going to make some changes to Twitch. How we do Twitch is going to get changed as well in April. And then there is one more thing in April, most likely the Jungle Guide. Everyone's going to be making guides when Smite releases, and we don't need to make a general guide. Someone's going to make that already. So we're going to go straight for the Jungle Guide. And I'm going to see if I can helm that on my own as best I can so Jinx can take care of other projects. And in the end, I'll probably just do alright and then just have Jinx put the finishing touches on it and make it look better. So, starting probably this Wednesday or soon, we're going to see just a crap ton of jungle videos. We're going to see a bunch of jungle videos, just a lot of them, just another one and another one. We're going to see Jungle Baka, probably try to do Jungle Kali again. It works. I don't know if it works now. It probably still does. They haven't changed it that much. Well, we'll see Jungle Kali, Jungle Baka, Jungle Naya, Jungle this, Jungle that. We'll see a lot of jungling. The fun ones will stay. The ones that weren't so fun will not. And this is all to get footage for the jungle guides, of course. And that's what's going to happen. I got to try Joden, of course. I got to try Jungle Odin. I have not done it. I've seen so many successful and unsuccessful Jungle Odin, so I need to try it myself. I really should. Like, you've noticed that I've shied away from jungle lately so I can get more breadth with solo, mid, and ADC and support. Like, so I'm more rounded. Because the better you understand all the roles, the better you understand how you're supposed to rely on them. And, yeah, I see junglers that just outright fail me. Even though I got all these wards up and they never come over, even when I crush the enemy wards. They just don't come over. Like, I need you to come over a little bit. Should I just show you my guide? I don't know. But, it's a random problem. The more knowledgeable you get with the game, the more mistakes you notice. That's just the way it is. You just notice every mistake. And it just kills you because, like, how did they make that mistake? How did they make this other mistake? And it really... That's why it's more fun to go into a game fresh and then have fun with it. And then, because you don't know everything yet. And you're learning from your mistakes as you're going and stuff. And you just don't recognize every mistake. And it's fun that way. But once you've played something for a freaking year-ish, like almost, let's see, a year and a half at this point, it's like, oh my god, I see every mistake and I don't understand why they're happening. And it bugs me a little bit. But that's just how it is. Let's see here. Sunday stream is going to be Strife. We have a bunch of beta keys that were given to us. And so we're going to go ahead and give those out. And yeah, have fun with that. We have a couple people who play Strife, so we can play with them and just have fun with it. They're going to clear it soon. They're going to do a wipe soon on Strife. So people have been farming a lot. Too bad for them with all the stuff they farmed. And yeah, it's going to get wiped, and then they're going to stop wiping from that point on. I gotta talk about Wildstar for God's sakes. The Wildstar beta has finally, NDA has been lifted. I've been playing it for nearly a year. Not nearly, summer's when 9 months? 8 months? I've been in the beta since freaking summer. And I haven't been able to talk about it. Other people talked about it. But I'm like, we want this to be an actual thing we do someday, so we're not going to break any NDAs. We're going to have a standard, and we're going to stick to it. So the standard was, I'm not going to freaking talk about Wildstar because I'm under NDA. That's what it was, and I didn't. And Wildstar is fun as balls. It really is. There's some things disappointing about it. There's some things that are great about it. And I've seen the changes to that game. And what's going on with Wildstar right now is they're going to be doing 3-day beta weekends every 2 weeks until launch. If you pre-order the game, you get put into the beta no matter what. But launch is on June 3rd. They're going to have a head start, though. May 31st to June 2nd. You can play the game before everyone else if you pre-ordered the game. So that's an interesting thing there. And when that happens, we're going to see what we do with Wildstar. We're not going to do anything with the 3-day weekends on Wildstar. Other people are already established for that. That's fine. I've had dreams of what I want to do with Wildstar for months. And then they finally go, okay, it launches on June 3rd. All right, well, I was hoping it was going to come out in January because I want to do all these crazy ideas with it. Like, all right, wait till June then. All right, we'll get better, get improved, and see what we do with Wildstar in June. And it's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's very Smite style is the best way to put it. You have your line of powers, and you hit them and everything. But they have their skill shot based, or their cone shots, or different other kinds of shots like you do in Smite. And you move around like you do in Smite in this game. Like, it's an MMO, of course, so you move around like that. But the cool thing is your enemies show where they're going to attack before they attack. And some enemies do it really quick, some do it slower. So you can dodge their strikes. So it's possible to fight a lot of mobs without getting hurt too much because you're just dodging other attacks while fighting them, which is cool. PvP I have not done because I don't care about PvP, so I don't actually know how that works. I have not seen PvP done right in MMOs. Like, I never care for it. Like, every time I see it, like, nah, I don't. It's not very fun to me. I don't care, so I don't do it. Like, it's never interesting to me. If I want to do PvP, I'll just play a PvP-centric game instead of an MMO. Because MMO really is PvE, and then there's PvP. And if a game could do both, that's great. But I've never found a game I really enjoyed doing both in. Besides, I guess, UO. Because in that game, everything's an enemy. Ultima Online, I'm talking about. Ultima Online, everything's an enemy. Because there's red people, and they can kill you at any time. And that's how that game worked. And I killed a couple of red people. It was not easy, though. But, yeah. Wildstar is great. It's very fun. It's got a really good charm to it. If you watch the trailers, it is such a charming game. The game itself is not as charming as the trailers, though. I wish it was. There's a lot of voice acting, but I feel like there should be kind of more voice acting. There's the game doesn't feel as personal as it could be, and there's never a reason to party up from what I played. I never feel like I need to party up. I just feel like I can crush everything on my own, and there needs to be a balancing act to that. I feel like a balance of things that you feel like you should do on your own and things you should do as a party. And maybe there's more quests that do that. I don't know what this... Like, because I've done a lot of random stuff in the game because all the different paths and everything, and I spent time making a bunch of characters and just trying out all the powers. Like, I've just been playing with a lot of the game, but I have only gone so far with it. Because now that they're doing the 3-day weekends, I'm like, well, alright, I'll just wait now. Because, yeah, just wait. Like, I played a lot of it, but I didn't want to play too much of it because I didn't want to spoil it for me. In that... I wanted to Twitch or make videos of this thing, and I wanted to enjoy it and have the fresh experience with the audience in that way. So I played a lot of WildStar, but I also tried not to play too much of WildStar, which is a weird way to put it. And they made a lot of changes. They made a lot of changes to WildStar since it was in the summer. Like, they changed a lot of the system. Like, they've changed the system 2 or 3 times. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about that. I'm pretty sure I'm not, so I won't talk about it. But they have changed it a couple times, and the game's gotten better in some ways, and it's stayed okay in other ways. And it's a fun game. WildStar is fun. Do I recommend it? For some people, yeah. Not everybody, but it is a fun game. And I am being all over the place with this. I don't know. My sister just left literally 17 minutes ago. I've been recording. Since I recorded this, my sister left. She's back in Arizona, so a lot of crying and hugging and all that stuff. So, yeah, it was a crazy week having her around. Trying to work on stuff, having my niece around, trying to work on stuff with my niece around. If you were watching the Twitches, she was around for part of that, so it was me trying to babysit while also twitching at the same time. It wasn't here for patch notes, but when I was doing machinima stuff, she was here. And so it's a lot of just trying to work on stuff while that's going on, and she's a very crazy little girl. I was attacked multiple times. She hit me with things because she thinks it's hilarious, and what are you going to do? I said no, but I don't know. I'm screwed as a parent, I'm sure, because I just, like, no, that's not cool. It's not cool. That's just not cool. Don't do that again. And my only answer is just to take the weapons away. But, I taught her pronunciation of her ABCs. So I taught her ABCs and counting to 10. I'm amazed I could pull that off in a week, but I did, so I feel good about that. Is there anything else to talk about? The upcoming one-shot's going to be hilariously awesome. I put that wrong. Amazingly awesome, not hilarious. It's not a funny game. It is an awesome game. It is a game that makes you feel epic. I can't wait for the upcoming one-shot. It was why do I keep saying hilarious? It wasn't hilarious. It was awesome. It was beyond... It is a fun game. And I can't wait to show it off and say, dudes, this is a fun game. You got to check this out. This is just way too fun. And yeah, that's what One Shot is, kind of, is just showing off awesome games. That's what it is. I'm not critique. Oh, I try to critique when I'm looking at something new. Like, here's an awesome game, but here's the shortcomings to it. And I try to temper things with how awesome. I go, this is awesome, this is great, this is a lot of fun. But I also try to go, okay, here's the things that are wrong with it, or here are the things you might not like about it. I try to temper it with that, but I'm not that great at that, so I gotta work on being critical. But it's, I guess, I don't know, I'm easily amused, and I just enjoy this game so much. And you are going to see it, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it when you watch the video of me playing that and talking about it, because it is a fun game. I really enjoyed it, and I love it when I'm able to show off these games that are just so much fun, so interesting in different ways, and I can't wait for y'all to see it this Saturday. It's just great. It was good. And I'm at 20 minutes, so... That's it for now. Launch is going to be in a couple days for Smite. It's going to be crazy. Can't wait for that. I can't wait to see who wins that thing. 200k tournament. I can't wait to see who wins that. Money's on Cognitive, because it's hard not to bet on Cognitive. They are the best in the NA. But of course, there is their opponents who are number one in EU to see how they go against them. We haven't seen them fight that much, so we'll see how that goes. But money's still on Cognitive. It's still on Cognitive. What are you going to do? Money's on Cognitive. But it's anyone's game. They changed up the items quite a lot since the road to the 100k, back when it was 100k, so who knows? It's anybody's game. I could be very wrong about Cognitive, but I'm betting Cognitive. They were on fire for so long. Streaks happen, and eventually they get broken, but they did get broken, but I want to see if this is the real test, I think, is this one right here, the big 200k. So we'll see who wins it, who loses it here, and then go from there. But working on more things, or as you know, we're doing the machinima. It's like 60 hours of learning so many things from working on this machinima, like how much time it takes learning how to just capture things and editing things. It's just It's a great learning experience. It's just amazingly long how long it takes to work on this. But I think we're learning a lot from it and we'll become better for it. That is always the plan, is to just get better and better, to make this channel better, to make ourselves better, and to entertain more and more. One last note, contrast was amazing and also ridiculous. That was fun, but like my brain hurts from thinking about it. And that's it. That's it. We're already at, we're breaking over 20. So thank you to everyone as always. Thank you for listening to this, watching everything, likes, dislikes, comments, everything. Thank you for everything you do. Spread the word, maybe. That'd be nice, Google eyes, googly eyes, that's the word. Okay, enough of that. I just want to entertain more people. I just like entertaining. I want to entertain bigger crowds. So spread the word. Yeah, just spread the word, everybody. Shamelessly asking, please spread the word. Now that is it. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Jinx. Just thanks to everything. And that is that is the vlog. I had fun talking. Hope you had fun watching and listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time.